With the exception of man, no other being is astonished by its own existence. For all others, existence is something so natural that they don't even notice it. And today we know that only after nature evolved with force and joy, first in realms without consciousness and later in many types of animals, did the capacity for reflection finally arise with the emergence of reason, that is, with the appearance of human beings. Reason itself is astonished by its own works and asks how it came to be. Its astonishment is even more serious because, for the first time, it approaches death with full awareness and with the limitation of all existence. From this reflection and from this astonishment arises the need for metaphysics, which belongs solely and exclusively to man. Man is, by nature, a metaphysical animal. And as such, no doubt, when his consciousness begins to awaken, he assumes everything is intelligible, effortlessly. But this doesn't last long. With the first reflection, there already arises that astonishment which was, so to speak, the father of metaphysics. And it is in this sense that Aristotle said in one of his great works the following:
"Now and always it was wonder that led men to begin to philosophize."
To have a philosophical spirit is to be capable of being astonished by habitual events and common things, to make as one's object of study what is most ordinary, whereas the astonishment of the wise only arises in relation to rare phenomenon. The more intellectually inferior a man is, the less mystery existence holds for him. Everything seems to bring within itself the explanation of its beginning and its purpose. This results from the fact that his intellect still remains faithful to its original destiny, and so this inferior man is solely the receptacle of the motives and the disposition of the will. He is closely bound to the world and to nature as an integral part of them. On the contrary, philosophical wonder, which results from the awareness of this duality, presupposes in the individual a higher degree of intelligence, although that is not the only condition. For, without any doubt, it is the awareness of the phenomenon of death and the consideration of pain and the seriousness of life that give the strongest impulse to philosophical thought and to the metaphysical explanation of the world. If our life were infinite and free of pain, no one would ask why the world exists and why it has precisely such a particular nature. Everything would be understood on its own.